Ladies and gentlemen, you know, the whole Shannon Sharpe incident mainly has got me thinking, right? I just recently saw this clip of a former stripper actually give her thoughts with the Shannon Sharpe situation. And I do want to actually just dig more into that video. And it also just comes to show that it's always best to make sure you thoroughly vet women. Try to find those that actually have your best interests at heart and not really using you for coins or not actually trying to fleece you out strictly for money or strictly for external. You feel me? So ladies and gentlemen, we have this video here of this woman that used to work in the strip club industry that actually spoke her mind in regards to the Shannon Sharpe situation. And I do want to take a moment to actually analyze this video literally right here. Let's see if we can get right into it. Excuse me.
Fellas, you are not smarter than an S worker, no matter how young she is. You're not smarter than her. Take it from someone who has worked in a strip club for years. She has years, even at her young age. Sometimes they start at 15. They know what to say, what fantasy to tell to feed into your narcissistic or your high self-inflated, arrogant ego to get you to spend money.
And that's the number one game. I will give her that. Their game in this is for you to actually just spend money on them. You know what I mean? Trying to inflate your ego to actually try to make a profit off you. Not to say that they actually care about you as a person. A lot of them unfortunately don't. Which I will give her that. But I would not even say that they're smarter overall. I would say that a lot of sex workers are crafty and some of them could be very manipulative. And it's not just limited to ones that you see up in like the porn sites, strippers. It could be OnlyFans, it could be Reddits, it could be Fansly's, it could even be Patreons in some cases. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they are actually here for the dollar signs. They'll do anything that they'll get them on the fancies for, as long as they make their profit. And the last video I did in regards with this, when it regards to his sex worker stuff, you know, I said the question, what's her price? What's the sex worker's price, right? Because every sex worker's got a price. It's not just limited with the sex workers, also with sugar babies as well. That I also want to point out, they got a price also as well they want to deal with. They're not really here for the person a lot of times. They are mainly here for the profit. Let's continue what she has to say.
This is why I say that men get better as they age. You don't get better as you age.
Yeah, because they claim that somebody like... I defer on that. It depends on the man's mentality. If the man is wise enough, if he handles his money, if he's very smart, and he picks his circle actually very tight, and he's actually wise on how he handles his stuff socially, he'll be fine. And definitely his money will definitely be fine as well. And he'll know how to protect himself and use the money that he has to give himself financial flexibility on how to move. You know what I'm saying? The ones that actually want to try and blow money, get too arrogant, those are the dumb ones socially. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that this woman's all the way wrong. She's not fully wrong. I just defer on her reasoning.
Your money do. This is why Shannon Sharpe is in the position that he is now. Overestimating a young woman's attraction to him. The big program. The reason why
he did not read thorough cues. He did not actually see all the messages and actually trying to slip those out, saying that, oh, yeah, and you see a message saying, hey, I want that big black cock, I want that big black baby in me. Red flag. And then she speaks, Gabriella actually gives her a text saying it's 25,000, 25 racks a cheek. Does that really sound like true love when it comes to a relationship like that? I don't know. Again, it's their business on how they want to do it, but when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to marriage, in many cases, it's not normal.
Workers chase after old men is because they know they're arrogant enough to think that they actually want them.
Old men that are definitely highly arrogant, old men that are socially awkward, you know, that definitely have a lot of money, that hadn't really had that much experience when it comes to women. So I'll definitely will be specific on that.
To actually believe it. So when you stop paying and you stop feeding into that fantasy, things like this happen. Lawsuits, they start calling your job.
Me Too. They try to inflate your ego. They try to actually try to ruin your credibility. They try to strip every money away from you when the money stops coming in. And whenever like that particular woman does not get away, whether it's like a sex worker, stripper, or a sugar baby, when they deep up in it, yes, I do agree with her on that one. The Me Too begins. 100%. I will give her credit on that. And this is what happens when this is a consequence. And when you don't vet these women thoroughly from the beginning and try to make sure that they don't see you for you, and don't try to make sure they see you for you, unfortunately, these are the consequences that come along with that. And not only that, they could get you up in like some false rape charge or sexual assault charge, and they can get you hemmed up that way as well. That could be another factor too.
Because it's never about you. It's about the money, right?
It's about the money, depending on that mindset of a particular woman. When it comes to that sex worker or when it comes to that sugar baby.
You know how many times 20-year-old dancers at my job have ruined 40-year marriages because a 60-year-old man swore this 19-year-old wanted him and she wiped him clean. Damn. I've seen Shannon Sharp 1,000 times at the strip. 60, 70-year-old man, 50, 60-year-old man, sometimes married, sometimes not, think the girls in there really want him when they're only looking at the price tag that aged gracefully, not him.
And that's the thing. When it comes to those locations, when you come to these areas, you can't come with a mindset you gotta be in the serious relationship with these particular women. You can't. Otherwise, they'll easily fleece you that way because their primary goal is guap. You know what I'm saying? I do agree with them on that. It's where you locate these women that you gotta look for. If you want to try and find a woman that's actually just very deep, that actually see you for you, you ain't gotta go to strip club for that. You ain't gotta really go to a regular bar or club for that. Because number one, a lot of women actually get wasted around these areas. And two, the women that actually just dress raunchy and everything that are required to do by their jobs, a lot of them just don't really enjoy it actually getting dressed up in that matter. They just do it because they want to try and make an extra killing. You know what I mean? They want to try and keep that appeal going and, try and get like a bunch of horny dogs mainly over them. You know what I'm saying?
Juicy!
They're mainly there for profit. A lot of them ain't really fully there for you like that when it comes to a serious tip. Your best bet is actually just try and go speak on them anywhere else but those locations.
And I hate when y'all say, oh, these girls be looking for a daddy. Y'all always say these girls looking for a daddy. Women who want men to spend money and do things are looking for a daddy.
Yeah, like the ones that are doing the sex working. Why would you entertain it then? And I'm talking to those men that actually choose to actually go deal with that lifestyle. Why entertain it if they're going to literally try and use you up and get you clean?
But you'll never say that the men in there are looking for a daughter. The men in there that want to date somebody 20 years young, you'll never say they're looking for a daughter.
Right.
You're not smarter than them. You don't age gracefully. Your money do. Tore Tracy Ellis Ross down thinking nobody wanted her, when in reality nobody wanted Shannon either. They wanted his money. For you to build such a big empire and let a 19-year-old knock it down, kudos to her because she's a smart one. You got bigger issues to worry about. Stop thinking S-workers are naive because they're S-workers. It's furthest from the truth.
They're crafty, I'll give it that, and they're manipulative. But here's where I defer when it comes to them actually being smarter than the naive men that's there. And the reason why I wouldn't even say that they're smart is due to the fact that they don't really know about that person's or that man's emotional wherewithal. You don't know if he's a loose cannon. You don't know if he's well disciplined. They don't really fully know that until they feel like they're being threatened. And God forbid, there could be some cases where you have some men, right, that could be in situations where they feel like their money could get cleaned and they can literally go gung-ho, and God forbid they can literally unalive that particular woman and feel like their life is dead, so they're going to actually try to take her out because of them actually just trying to get got financially. Or they could have, they could actually hire like a bunch of hitmen They try and get himself wiped clean, or they can try and have certain connects. They try and get that particular S worker or sugar baby mainly up out of here due to the fact that she mainly done him dirty. While he's not even seeing the full signs that she don't really want him. She wants somebody as well. So there are some examples in regards to those situations. You know what I'm saying? And it is a very, 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 very unfortunate situation. Which is why I don't even understand some of these dudes as to why they were literally trying to actually have people come through, why they actually want to try and give dudes advice on trying to look for sugar baby sites and treat them as dating apps. Oh, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna cook on that one tonight.
Really hard, so it's just making the joke 1% of a man. But okay, let's jump to the profile photo. So it's him standing on the balcony, shirtless, holding a dog that looks somewhat uncomfortable, wearing red shoes. And my blonde trophy wife that is pregnant with our mulatto baby. Just kidding. Social media influencer and content creator. I run a popular podcast in Miami, so that's fine. I like that part. You know, he's giving her a little logical explanation of what he does. I bet vodka, soda, you can't guess my ethnic background in 2 tries. That's also fine because he's creating a challenge. So a lot of girls are gonna be like, ooh, I bet I can guess. So that part is pretty good. I own a high-ticket coaching business, but I'm realizing the notorious big song, more money, more problems, is proportionate to hoping you don't add to the disappointment. Yeah, not a big fan of that. Now it just looks like he's trying to show off.
Why would you dudes come through and deal with take the advice of podcast bros, okay, and go to these sugar baby websites just actually trying to look for love or look for dating, while the original purpose of sugar baby sites like Seeking Arrangements, for example, okay, it's mainly make sure you get like a sugar baby to actually mainly spoil, you know, get an escort, you know what I'm saying, you know, get to actually try and get you drained right, as long as you actually try and pay her for the price, as long as, you know, you have her be low key just for that. That's the purpose when it comes with Seeking Arrangements, when it comes to professional female escort service. You understand what I'm saying? Why deal with that? Well, there's so many other online dating sites that are mainly tailored basically for your needs, as long as you're trying to work your personality, and as long as you work on your social profile and photos that actually match with your personality, you should be okay. But why deal with these things? Now, I'm not saying all dating apps are the same. They're not, because each and every dating app or dating company has different algorithms that are formulated by various data scientists and machine learning engineers, right? In order to try and make sure they try and cater to that particular dating sites objective, dating sites goal based on what they want. And the objectives and goals between each dating site are mainly different from one another. Just because you see a lot of women actually trying to swipe right towards the ones that they feel are the most attractive, don't really fully mean that they're actually going to commit to that guy. Either he rejects her or she rejects him. We don't fully know. They swipe because of potential interest. That doesn't really fully mean that doesn't really fully mean that a date's going to take place, nor does it fully mean that a serious relationship is going to happen. It's a very, very, very small part of the puzzle. Now, if online dating is a bit more complex for you, all you gotta do, get yourself out there, talk to people, you know, get yourself confident, get yourself more comfortable speaking with as many people as you can, and definitely listen to understand, not listen to respond, and work on dealing with eye contact and body language. And once you get more comfortable dealing with these things, there are women that are literally trying to see you for your toe and sniff your confidence out. Now, if you got the money, if you got maybe like $50,000 and up, it could be a big plus, but it can mainly bring out a lot of materialistic women and a lot of materialistic wolves. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, is why it's important that you need to sniff these types of women out. And you need to worry about having a big knots because to sniff them out. You can do that. You can literally do that stuff without sex. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just ask the tough and critical questions, vet them out based on past experiences, and if they got like some very deep traumas and they spill that over to you, you already know that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? If they actually show off money and actually try and give things that seems too easy, it definitely is, and she may be looking for a profit. She may, not definitely, but she may look for a profit. You know what I'm saying? As I said before, right? It just comes to show that you need to please thoroughly vet women accordingly based on what you want them for. But if you want to do the whole sugar baby route and actually just catch your cheeks, you know, that's your business. But also understand the risks based on what that particular mindset, because you don't really know what the mindset of that worker, escort, you know, sugar baby mainly is when they out for the money, and when they feel in their mind they got burned just because you let them. We don't know whatever reason it is. If you let them for the right reason, we feel like you've done paying. They can literally start coming off and literally go try and find a way to either retire it against you. But coincidentally, as I said before, they don't really fully know what the mindset of that man is, whether or not he's loose cannon as well. And it could be risky because there have been stories in which lives have been taken the moment whenever they feel like a simp has been played, or someone that actually mainly shelled money to have felt played or disrespected, and they don't know how to actually try and get themselves when basically emotional discipline. They don't know how to actually be emotionally constrained and actually just walk away and just cut off the losses. You know what I'm saying? And consequently, tragedy happens because of that. You know. But hey, classic case. Watch you hang with me at the end of the day.
Sexual healing, baby.